Hello, we're live. Hello, everybody. Hope you've all had an all right week. I'm just finishing getting set up because I've had a bit of an accident with my computer. Last week, when the first rains came, where my computer was sat, you see, I've moved slightly. Behind me, the computer's no longer there. There's just a bucket. That is because when the rains first came, we discovered that the flat above us, which has a balcony right above this room, apparently isn't fully stable, and the water came pouring through, which wasn't great for my computer. Luckily, nothing got damaged, but I've now moved everything over to this desk, so I'm a bit more snug, which is quite nice. So if you are watching, please give us a like, please give us a little comment. I hope you're all doing well. I've got me bits out ready for the sewing because I've not been very well the last couple of days. I just thought I will finish off the snail today rather than do the cooking, but also I do still want to do the don't cook, won't cook, won't cook, don't cook, whatever. So Nicola should be supplying me with some mystery food next week, and we can do that. But I don't know how many people are going to watch, because obviously today is GCSE results day. But if you've already been out and you end up watching, just give us a hi, let us know how it's gone. Because obviously with everything that's gone on with the A levels, there's been lots of stuff going on with the government and their decisions. But that's something I will be talking about tomorrow with Free2talk TV. So yeah, hello everybody. Please say hi. I have had already a few people have already completed their snails, which is wonderful and great and lovely. So I've set up, there you go, isn't that nice? So it should be playing over and over. So once, if I want to change over the cameras and stuff, you should be able to see them. Hello, Richard, how are you doing? Welcome to the Free2talk Sewing Bee. So yeah, we've had 3 of the snails completed. So that is Space Cake, which was made by Paige, bless her. Really funny. Oh, my video's going really weird, isn't it? It's like it keeps slowing down and then speeding up. Let me just check my internet a bit. What is my upload doing? Ooh, all this technical savvy. Hi, Nicola. Yeah, okay. So I think it's an issue with StreamYard therein. But yeah, the only difficulty I've got is it keeps stopping. It's not swapping the slides all the time. So here we got another one. I want to say it's called Sunny, just to make sure. But then let's just go to Gary. So yeah, they should play throughout, hopefully, if I've set this up correctly, and if I want to. So yeah, let's go back to this little view first, shall we? Let me just check this proper. So that should just play on repeat, hopefully. So yeah, here we go. We've got set up. So I've got some stuff I just need to finish off on the shape of the snail's head, because as you can maybe able to see with this camera, not very good camera, but I've just got to tie up some loose ends there, just because it's a bit scrappy on one side. So I'm just going to do that for a bit. But yeah, if you are watching, say hi, as I said. If you have completed your snail and you have been watching, then please send me the pictures, because then I can show them all off on social media. Right, I just need to be a bit closer. I just need to do a couple more knots on this one, and then we can do the cut in. And hopefully we will finish the snail today. But if anyone's had any results this week, please let us know. Obviously with the U-turn by the government on the marks going with teachers' assessment, which has been great, I think. there's been some negativity from some parts, particularly on the comment section of some news sources that I've been reading this morning. Have just been pretty horrid, to be honest. Pretty horrid about people getting their predicted grades. It just amazes me. But tomorrow for Free2talk TV, for those that like joining us and having a watch, I will have a special guest who's a friend of mine, who's also a teacher. So he's going to be joining us tomorrow to kind of hopefully he can answer some questions from his point of view. But if you've got any questions you want to ask, please let us know. Right, so that should be enough. So I'm going to show it on this camera because it's a bit better. So you can see, look, that side, look how good that looks. Doesn't that look amazing? And then you go, this side, it's a bit scrappy. That's the side I wasn't looking at. But what we are going to do, because we've got that sewn together, so we do need to cut now. So for the cutting, let's do it on this side. So obviously I'm just below those bits there. But what you do want to do, if you're still following this, should we say, is you do want to kind of cut round with a little bit excess. I'd say about 0.5 centimetre. I can't ask my lovely girlfriend at the moment because she's busy. She obviously with the help last time. So I'm just going to cut round. I am using her scissors. She did say I was allowed, which is very nice of her. So I've probably done more like 1 centimetre around this one. I'm playing it safe. And we can add this bit of sock to my girlfriend's scrap material collection. No idea what she'll do with this little bit, but you know, oh, it's a funny shape, isn't it? Right, so now we've done that. Hopefully, hopefully it will stay together fairly well. So I'm just going to use my fingers. Hopefully it's probably what you would have done. Oh, the postman's just been in my house, in my flat. So let's poke these bits through first, shall we? I'm wondering if I've done the antenna a bit too close together. So this might be a bit difficult, this one. This is why you need small fingers. This is why children do this, because they've got smaller fingers than me. All right, so I've got a bit of it out. Show there. So I'm just going to try and carefully pull this through, hopefully without tearing anything at all. Nicola, where have you gone? Where have you gone, Nicola? Where have you gone? I can't see anybody watching now, unfortunately, which is oh, you're here. Those aren't good. What aren't good excuses? What, me having big fingers? I'm trying not to rip it. Just me and you, Nicola, at the moment, I reckon. So you can just laugh at me. But Nicola, you'll be joining us for Free to Talk TV tomorrow as well, won't you? So we'll have the normal crew, hopefully Kevin as well. And then, as I said, my friend who's a teacher, he's going to join us. There we go. First antenna. Looks all right. Right, let's do the second one. Yes, the normal crew, Owen, myself, Nicola, Kevin, hopefully, and then my friend who's called Nick. You'd never know. It might be one of your teachers, if anyone watches. But I'll leave it as a surprise until he comes on. Now, unfortunately, he won't have a webcam just because it's broken at the moment. But he's very nicely said that he'd join us so we can talk about the GCSEs and other news that's gone on in and around Northampton. I don't know what's going on with my camera. My camera's like keeps slowing down and speeding up. Really weird. I don't know what it's like your end. Could just be something wrong with my StreamYard. Oh. Because I'm not using that camera. Let me sort out the... it keeps not repeating. Right, my keyboard's at a funny angle. Just like me, I'm at a funny angle. Right, so I need to get my PowerPoint to repeat. Where is it? Apply to all. Yeah, that's correct. Slideshow. I'm just trying to remember where to get it to repeat. I don't know. It should be working. Should be working. Maybe I pressed a funny button. Right, so we're just pulling through the last antenna, hopefully, and then we can start doing some stuffing. Now, for the stuffing, I've obviously put it in a safe place. If you haven't done it, I would recommend using a pencil with a rubber on the end, if possible. That should help a bit. There we go. We have a little snail shape. This works out all right, doesn't it? So, following the instructions. So turn the sock back so that it's not inside out. Stuff the sock through the hole in the ankle. I still need a name. Still need a name as well. So I would use a little bit of time. You don't want to just absolutely slam it in, to be honest, because you want to work out. You want to get some in the antennas first. So let's work this out. So if we get a little bit ready there, a little bit ready there, and we'll just stuff it in. Hopefully. Right, first little bit. Next little bit. Claude? Why Claude? What made you think of Claude? Because we've had Gary, Sonny. I kind of like Gary. It's a bit like my initial idea was Jeff. Don't know why. Just a silly name, isn't it? Well, Jeff isn't a silly name, but a silly name for a snail, should we say? Did you used to have a snail called Claude, Nicola? Is that what you're telling me? Or you've always wanted a snail called Claude? Just thought he could be a French snail. I don't know if anyone's ever eaten snail before. I have. Didn't like it. I'm going to be honest. I think. Right, so as you're stuffing it in, don't, just go all the way. Just give it a feel down a bit, because you want it to be fairly even. See, that's quite nice pronounced there. We haven't put a lot of stuffing in at all. Like, not a lot at all. But we do want it to be fairly even. And I can start being a little bit extra now, because it's the end bits you wanted to get in, which is probably a bit more difficult. Try and make it as even as possible. So at the moment, Claude is in the main running for the name of the snail. Would he have a surname, or are we just doing single names for snails at the moment? Is that what we're doing? Claude Potpourri? No, not suitable. Right, I think that is fairly well done, that one. So on to the next one. Again, just start off with a little bit. You don't want to just shove it all the way in. I mean, doing it this way, maybe just Claude, yeah, okay. I mean, doing it this way, you might end up with some stuffing left over. But if you're feeling crafty still, before going back to school, maybe you can think of something else you can make. Get some old socks, make a sock puppet. Maybe I could have a look at that as a little project, just from scratch, yeah? Something nice and simple. Because weirdly, while I was off the last couple of days, I did just started looking at how to make a Muppet puppet from scratch. Just because I've kind of just always wanted to know how they're made. And it looks like it could be quite a fun project. So I'm kind of considering trying to do that, which would be a massive project, but could be quite funny to watch. I don't know. Because I kind of want to make a seagull. I know this sounds really weird, but it's because I once made up a little story I should really write down at some point, called Jerry the Seagull. I was going to write it as a little story. I don't know, maybe as a children's book, maybe an adult children's book. I don't know. Just get me creativity out, you see. Right, let's try and even this out a bit more. So I've kind of overstuffed it a little bit there. You can feel that if it's a bit bobbly. But we've also got Nicola coming up with she'll be getting up some ideas for next week for the cookery show, I'm sure. I don't know whether you've already decided what you're going to give me, have you? Hello, Serena. Obviously, if you're not watching live, you can just watch this later on. Definitely coming into shape now, isn't it? It's going to be interesting. Oh, she's going to get me snails. Ew, snails. So there's something. I mean, I have eaten snail. Didn't like it. I mean, there are very few things I won't eat or try, just because I'm just one of those people, right? But I draw the line a little bit at octopus, because I've always had this fascination with octopus and I just think they're cool. I don't want to eat them, but obviously. Now, I used to work at a Spanish tapas bar. It's called pulpo. That's what they call octopus. And octopus, they eat it quite often. I did try it, but yeah, maybe it's because I want a pet octopus. A great idea. Sorry, I don't know whether it's a bit late. What Claude might be upset though. Great idea. Which was a great idea. Sorry. I don't know how much of a delay there is on it at the moment. Right, so it's definitely taking shape. So do a little bit at a time. So I do need to kind of even it out over here a bit. So you can get your hand in and rip a little bit off at a time if you think you kind of put too much in. So yeah, so I need to even that out a bit there. There we go. Snails for cooking. No, poor snails. Poor snails. All right, so I can start being a bit more, should we say, aggressive with the stuffing at the moment. Now, I still do want to rip it up into smaller bits, just because it will just go around a bit, hopefully a bit more even. Funny little project, this. Yeah, but don't forget to send me your pictures of the snails as they're completed with their little birth certificates as well. Right, I want to even that out a bit. Also, I noticed on Pages, Space Cake, you didn't sew on the eyes. It needs eyes. Look, it's not on there. Just going to switch to the other camera so you can see me finishing off the stuffing. Because I'm still trying to even it out, but I am being a bit more over the top, should we say. Look, it's coming to a snail shape. Look. Well, kind of. Snail, snail, snail. Try and even it out a bit. Right, there we go. I think that is a good amount in there. So now I need to sew this bit with a whip stitch, I believe. So that is the one that's, let's get the picture up. So it's that one that goes across. Find my end. Spend 27 minutes just trying to thread the needle. Maybe I just need to clean this off a bit. Woohoo! Oh no, I pulled it out again. A woohoo too early. There we go, right. So I've got that. So I do need to tie a bit of an end, but from last time, obviously the knot just went straight through the snail. So I'm going to try to do it this way. So I've gone through, tie a knot like that, and then over again, just to make sure it's secure at one end. And this won't look very pretty. And my girlfriend would probably go, "What did you do that for?" But it kind of made sense in my brain to do it this way. There we go. Right. So I've got that tied on there. Let's do it on this camera. You can probably see it a bit better. And then I'm just going to do the whip stitch, which was the diagonal stitch. Just going to go through again, just to make sure it's nice and in there. And then I'm going to just take off that. Right, so that's the first stitch. Don't know how too close. You might be able to just about see it. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. All the way around the snail. Well, the snail's tail. Snail's tail. Did a little rhyme. Getting a bit caught on the end there. There we go. I've already poked my finger about 5 times. Still quite relaxing doing this. Maybe this is why we should definitely look at just a random sock project where you just get one of your socks. And if you want to join in, we can see if we can get you some extra stuff, have it delivered. But obviously, you have to send me all the pictures. Them's the rules. All right, let's have a look at that. See how it's nicely coming along? See that on the camera. And I've managed to do this without any parental supervision. Maybe I've discovered that this should have been my career, maybe. My career is making sock snails. I'm living the dream. Yeah, but it's not too late for a change. True. Well, we've already got the idea of doing some sock, but I said about making a Muppet puppet. Maybe if I made one of them, who would like to see it and follow along? I've got to do some research on it. How to make it. I reckon that could be a really fun little project. Wouldn't have to do it live either. I could pre-record some stuff. Be like an instructions video. But also not from a professional. I'll do my research. How about that? I'm about halfway doing the whip stitches on the end. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, sewing up a snail. Almost worked. Still very relaxing. You can tell by me being quiet. Me quiet. What is going on? Very few times in my life where I've kind of been a bit speechless. One of my main ones when I was made the most speechless was when my best friend asked me to be his best man at his wedding, and yeah, I was shocked and stunned. He's unfortunately, well, fortunately for him, but unfortunate for me seeing him, he's moved away with his family now, just to be a bit closer to their family, because he's from Scotland. And with the lockdown, obviously, we had all these plans to go say hello and see him, but it's looking like that's not going to be for a while now. I did get to video call my nephew yesterday. That was quite nice. Right. So there we go. So I just need to tie it off. Just going to go through here again, just to make sure that's all good. Just to make sure it can't unravel. Right. There we go. So I'm just going to try and even out the stuffing a bit. And there we go. There's your snail shape. Looks all right, doesn't it? So on the instructions, it says, take the second sock and stuff lightly. So I'm just going to get out a nice little amount and just start stuffing. Start stuffing. Yeah, so if you do watch this back, obviously I won't be able to see any live comments, but if you do comment on it anyway, I can pick it up afterwards, answer any questions, or if you've got any ideas of other stuff I could make, really, or just stuff you'd like me to kind of do, show off. We've still got the cooking going on next week. Just need to weaken this out. Because I reckon I'm definitely going to have some stuffing left over. I think I need a bit more stuffing. So I was just checking the shape there. And it wasn't very pronounced as a shell. But if you got, I mean, we could at some point you just get some old socks, or just buy your own. Show me your creations. I mean, you can plan it out on a bit of paper first, like we've got from the snail template. I mean, the internet is your friend. You can just find out stuff on there quite nicely. Right. It's a bit more of a shell shape, isn't it? We put a little bit more in the end. Even it out. And then we sew again. Sew again. Do my fiddly little knot at the end again. For this one, go around a couple of times just to make sure. I'll say a couple. I think I did about 8 or 9 times for the first one. Right, there we go. Drop that bit off and then it's always a bit quicker the second time round. I'm a bit more confident now. I'm now professional. And I just stabbed myself in the finger. But I think Claude is the name of the snail now, isn't it? It's been decided. Claude. And apparently Nicola's getting us some snails to cook next week. Yuck. But she can't do that now because it wouldn't be a surprise, because the whole point is meant to be a surprise. But I'm very interested to see what you're going to come up with. And I expect you're interested to see what I'm going to come up with. Oh, these ones are a bit more scrappy because I'm going a bit fast. But never mind. It'll hold it together. Oh no. Well, I think I estimated the length of the thread quite well here for a change. There we go. It's going to even that out a bit. And then we roll it up from the toe to the ankle. And then we've got to secure it. Should have prepared this earlier. So it says just secure it with a few whip stitches. Let's roll this up again. And tie it off. Be amazing why I'm tying stuff off, which is a bit scrappy. And it works, just about. And then we can tidy it up. I don't know how everyone else got on with this bit. But I'm going to do wider stitches, I reckon. Just all the way along. Should hold. Well, we'll soon find out, won't we? tie a bit off. Camera's just stuck on my bald head because there's a nice delay, which is quite fun. Oh wow, I'm really bald, aren't I? Oh, and it speeds up. There we go. Right, so we've got our snail shell. Apparently there's a diagram too. Oh, let's have a look. So we're going to attach that with another whip stitch, apparently. And we're almost there. Whoa! Right, so we definitely want, so if I shut up, so we'll go for about there, I suppose, because we definitely want a little bit of its tail sticking out. You know, snail shell not too close up. But doing a whip stitch, I suppose it would be better off to do it along the side. I'm just guessing. Suppose on either side. My big finger's getting in the way again, and you'll just be able to see my bald head on the camera. Right, so I've done that. A bit scrappy, but I should be able to sort it out with the whip stitch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Should have drawn a face on my head. Well, thanks. Maybe next time. Oh. I don't think there's any set way of how many you need to do or how far across. I'm just going to do it until I feel all right, I suppose. So I'm just going to do one more, because when I do the other side, that should be quite, well, fairly secure, I suppose. Just going to tie a bit of a knot. Can hear the ice cream van man in the background. Right, so it's a little bit scrappy. That's one side done. Do the second side, and then that'll be it. I will leave the eyes off for the time being, because what I'll do is when I finish that off, I can post the picture, which would be nice. But yeah, but I think that's pretty much it. Here we go. But for those that have made it, I hope you've enjoyed it. And you've got a snail for yourselves as well. But if you've got any ideas on other stuff we could do, please let me know, as I said. Because I've quite enjoyed doing this. A bit creative. A bit different. Different for me anyway. And obviously my parental supervision, I get to show this off to my girlfriend. See what she thinks of my abilities. But before I finish, where's my pen? There we go. That bit's done. Claude. Oh, it's back to front. Claude. I've got threads everywhere. Oh, Cedric. See, Cedric is a brilliant name, but I've just filled in Claude now. Oh. Cedric the snail. Yeah, that works. That works. Cedric the snail. See, I like that. So right, maybe someone else can steal Cedric as a name. Come out again, James. Right, there we go. I should have asked the Seda. So there we go. There is Claude the snail. So I need to get his eyes on. But yeah, that's what he looks like. Looks all right. Quite happy with that. It actually looks like a snail, which I'm really impressed by. So yeah, but thanks everyone for joining in who has been watching. So if you have completed them, please send me your pictures of your snail with your little birth certificate as well. And I'll get them all put up on social media, and I'll see what other ideas I can come up with for other little projects to do. So if you'd like to do something with your old socks and some of the stuffing you may have left over, I could look into that. I'll look into how to make a Muppet as well, because that could be really funny. We'll see how to do that, or just some kind of hand puppet. How about a look at that, a hand puppet? So anyway, but thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Have a good day. If you've had your GCSE results, let us know how it goes. We'll be talking about that tomorrow as well. But yeah, speak to you soon. Bye.